morning. Good Thursday. Is it Thursday morning? Yes, God. I am. This week is going by too slow for me. Even though it's Thursday, it need to be Friday. Good morning, guys. How are you doing this morning? Let's get into this Queen Sugar finale. I don't know, guys. Like I was expecting more. I don't know. I was expecting more. I don't know. Like, okay. Episode started off with Ralph Angel and Darla in the tub. They had a little hot steaming love scene in the tub. So I was like, okay. You know, everything I predicted came true. You know what I'm saying? Everything I predicted as far as Darla and Ralph Angel came true. I was still right. Okay, and then what's her name? Charlie was talking to what is his name? Davis is in town. So, you know, remember Charlie had threatened Lena. Her name is Lena. I was thinking Nina, but Charlie had threatened Lena and to get Felix to sign with Louisiana with the Stingers. So Lena, okay, so she meets with, okay, so Charlie meets with Davis. So Davis and Charlie and Micah have a sit down, and Davis is sitting there and he's telling Micah, you know, he's there for him and he loves him, and you know, and basically Micah's sitting there, you know, I don't believe nothing you say, Dad, and I know you don't love me, you sure don't love Mom, and you know, cause Charlie, she's doing too much, guys. Like, I understand she's business savvy. Okay, I'll come back to that. Okay, so she's sitting there and she's looking at Davis like, you know, keep talking to him and, you know, whatever. And prove to your son that, you know, we can trust you. Prove that I can trust you or whatever. And all along she already had my allergies, guys. I'm sorry. All along, she had planned a meeting at the High Yellow with well, actually, she goes to Davis's room and she talked to him or whatever. First, you know, she had this pre-meeting first, and then she was like, okay, just meet me and Micah at the High Yellow. So that's where you know, that's where they had a meeting at the High Yellow, and you know, Micah is doing him, you know, being Micah, and he's just really not there. He's just not here for Davis whatsoever. He's not trying to hear Davis. He's not feeling no Davis whatsoever. So yeah, so they at the meeting, and you know, he basically told him he don't trust him, he don't believe nothing he say. So in walks Frank Rovner. So Frank comes in, and you know, he's sitting, him, Charlie, and Davis are having a meeting. You know, Charlie slick. Oh, she's slick like oil, baby, slick. So Davis decides to, because actually Charlie was leading him on. You know, she was trying to do it for business sake, but she was leading him on. So she, you know, put her hand all in his hand. This will be best for, you know, the family, and this is best for you, and blah blah blah. And Davis buying it, you know what I'm saying? Because Davis trying to see, wait a minute, or is this a show, or you know, or is this real? She's saying what I been wanting her to say, you know what I'm saying? Is, you know, are we fixable? You know what I'm saying? So him and Frank, Davis and Frank, okay, Davis said they have a deal. Well, Charlie leaves that little deal and she had called Remy to apologize because, guys, remember, her date with Remy. She was out with Lena trying to court Lena to get Felix to sign with the Stingers. Okay, so because Davis had told her that he was signing with New York. When she showed up at his hotel room, he was telling her that he was signing with New York. Him and Felix was signing with New York, and they were going for that fifth championship, that fifth ring or whatever. Michael was hardly ever mentioned. You know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering about that. Like, Michael was hardly ever mentioned. He was busy talking about the championship and the fifth ring, and I'm like, okay. So I'm not understanding, but okay. But anyway, so Charlie had called Remy to come over so she can apologize. So she kissed him or whatever. He slipped. Well, he didn't slip. He just went ahead and told her that he accidentally told Ralph Angel about the meal, and she got a little hot and bothered, because she had jumped all on him at first, and then she got a little hot and bothered. So, she got out. She pulled herself from. She was sitting on top of him, so she just removed herself from sitting on top of him when he sat down. Why did you do that? Being Charlie. And he was like, well, he needs to know he's been doing a lot of stuff. He's mature, because in Charlie's eyes, he's just immature and whatever. Charlie wants to run everything. That's the conclusion I've come up with. You know what I'm saying? Charlie wants to run everything. First of all, that's our land. And they have a right to know. They have a right to know, even if she is trying to dot her I's and cross her T's before she presented. Okay, they're not asking her to be their business manager. You know what I'm saying? She's not in that role function. No, you're the business one, the business savvy one out of the three of us. So we're gonna let you handle the business part, not run it. That's what she failed to realize. They're not asking her to run the show. They are saying, do what you do best. You know what I'm saying? And Charlie is trying to run everything. I don't understand that. Like, she's actually, she's trying to run everything. I don't like that either. So, they have a meeting. What's his name? Okay, Remy told Charlie that he also talked to the farmers, and so he talked to them and told them, they're gonna have a meeting so she can tell them about the meal and the pros of it and stuff like that, so she can pitch the idea to them about them leaving, Boudreaux and Landry and coming to use the services at their meal. Okay, so Ralph Angel is in his feelings. He's so in his feelings, and he was like, why don't they do what they said they was gonna do? He's looking at the fact that he need to make this money. That's what he's looking at. He's looking at the fact that we need to get this cane and make this money because I have a child. I totally get that. I promise you, I totally get that. But at the same time, he's not seeing the big picture. I understand. We can take the 200 canes, the 200 acres, and we can turn it into whatever. But we need, he's not looking at the bigger picture. Even Nova stood up and she said, you should have told us. You should have told us, and we need to know your every step. Don't go ahead of us and do all this stuff without consulting us, which is understandable, but at the same time, that's a hell of a deal, it is. She got it done. Frank Rovner wired her for $4 million, and she put $1 million into some kind of sex offender, not sex offender guys. People who have dealt with sex, who have been raped or have issues or stuff with sex. So I think it was called SWAT or something like this. SWAT, some kind of organization. Yeah, SWAT. So anyway, sex worker something or another, and she had Frank put it into made by from Galudian, you know that lady, Millennial Galudian. So anyway, so after even Remy had okay, because Ralph Angel was upset. He was like, okay, I'm happy y'all had this sisterhood or whatever, but if I need, basically you don't listen to me. You don't listen to nothing I say. We supposed to, daddy left this to all of us, and he was mad, so he leave. Well, he's leaving. Vi follows him out. He was like, Vi, I don't have time to deal with that. She said, I'm not here for that. I'm asking you about Hollywood. I guess she said y'all kids gonna argue every day, but I'm asking you about my man. So he was like, oh, dealing with all the Charlie issues, I forgot to give you this. And so she was like, what's that? She was like, and he said, that's Ralph Angel said, these are Hollywood's divorce papers. This is why he didn't, he had filed for his divorce. He was waiting on the papers. He didn't want to just come empty-handed. He wanted to show you he meant that. And she was like, why he didn't say that? And which he didn't, And Ralph Angel was like, well, he tried. Well, where is he? He left. He's gone back to the Riggs. But he gone back to the Riggs. When did this happen? Right after he saw you grinding on some man grinding on some man. I was like, Ralph, are you throwing shots at Vi? Like, okay, because by right, like I said, Hollywood should have got out of his feelings and went and talked to Vi. He didn't have to run off like a chump. He should have ran. He should have called her and said, we need to talk. And then after, that meeting, if whatever he was expecting didn't go down, then leave. You figure you don't have nothing left. But he chose to run out of town like a chump. He chose to do that. And I'm gonna be upset, Ava DuVernay. I'm gonna be upset if you're splitting up Vi and Hollywood. I'm gonna be upset because we were here for their relationship. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood should have said something. He should have said something. I mean, my God, how do you have things to say, but you're sitting there in your feelings and you're not saying them? How? Come on, man. All Hollywood had to do was say, look, Vi, okay, before you throw that macaroni and cheese in the trash, here's the situation. Here's the deal. That's all he had to say. My God. Like I said last week, can you put your balls back in place and man up? Look, woman, we need to talk. Like, I wouldn't have let Ralph Angel stop me at the juke. I would have walked over there, you are my woman, what's going on? And we would have went outside. I would have told you what's going on, and him and Vi would have left. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. All that acting like a female stuff, I can't get down with that. I'm a woman, but I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to tell you. Point blank. My God. So he in his feelings, and he leave town. Okay, well, I'm Vi going call. He's sitting there, hey Vi. I was like, ugh. And she was like, Hollywood, I'm sorry or whatever. I tried to tell you. She was like, well, I just needed time. Now he talking about now he need time. Really? You need time for what? You messed the relationship up. That's what I don't understand. And I would have been saying, let me tell you something, baby. You messed it up. I knew nothing of Leanne, okay? I knew nothing of her. So for you to sit on this phone with attitude with me, because you saw me dance with a man, because you was a man enough to come over there and tell me whatever, or you was a man enough to come in town and then come and holler at me, that's on you. Oh my God, baby, I'm telling you, I'm too through with Hollywood because, I just can't with a man who don't know how to open his mouth. Open your mouth. I don't know what you're thinking. And I showed she definitely didn't know he filed for a divorce. How did she know? She wasn't there. He didn't tell her, let's come go to the office with me. Okay, if you wanted to show her what you was doing, you could have took her with you when you filed. But you didn't do that either. You didn't tell her what was going on. You didn't tell her you filed for a divorce. You didn't tell her you was waiting on the papers. You didn't tell her anything. You got in your feelings, snatched your balls out, put them in your hand, looked at them for a minute, stuck them in your pocket, and walked out the door. That's what you did. So it ain't her fault. It's not Vi's fault that you didn't know how to open your mouth. So anyway, so he was like, he took a long haul or whatever, and he'll be gone 6 months. And she was like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? You know, he like, I gotta go. Bye. You ain't all that cute. You ain't not all that. You ain't cute anyway. Like I said, I'm feeling the relationship between the two, but trust and believe, honey. Look, you need to be happy that somebody was trying to be your woman. First of all, you know Ralph Angel. Don't get it twisted, you know. So now she's feeling a certain type of way. Yeah, it's gonna be 6 months. She didn't have to act as crazy as she did, but at the same time, I understood. Because if you're the type of person you never want to be, you never want to, date a married man, you never want to break up someone's home, that's just how you are, that's what you feel, and you don't want to, you don't want to be the other woman. Okay, well, if he never told her he was married, and all of a sudden, here come his wife on my lawn, I would have a problem with that too. So, if you want to continue to keep your balls in your pocket, you do that. Hey, do that. Do you, boo. Do you, boo. The misunderstanding and the miscommunication came from Hollywood. All of it from Hollywood. So, keep your balls in your pocket and do you, boo. So, okay. Charlie and Remy, after the meeting with the farmers, they were leaving, and she was like, I would say my place is yours, but I don't have a place. And he was like, my place is fine. So, okay, they was about to go and probably do the do, right? So, David's call. She step away, take the call. Okay, well, you still in earshot of Remy. So, he hear that it's Davis. He hear you talking and making plans. First, you made plans with him, and all of a sudden, I can come over later. He said, no. I guess he said, no, this ain't gonna work out. And then I was thinking, once she went and told Davis so he was like, no, and he leave. And I'm like, I wouldn't play second fiddler either. If it's over with you and him, it's over with you and him. And I can't, because Davis is on the phone. I need to see if this is real, because like I said, she did all that extraness at the meeting with Frank. You know what I'm saying? I need to make sure it's real. Basically, he wanted her to sleep with him. I wouldn't sleep with you either. I don't know how many other hoes you ain't slept with, so why would I sit here and sleep with you? You buy it. You know what I'm saying? No, I wouldn't sleep with you either. I wouldn't keep putting my life in danger trying to sleep with you. And that's what she would be doing. 3 years you had her life in danger, and she didn't know nothing of it. Sleeping with Melina Galudian. No. So she goes over there, and he's trying, but Charlie she wasn't there for it, but at the same time she handled it wrong. But she was able to tell him how she felt. She said, you were my world, moon, stars, you were everything to me, and you messed it up. You know what I'm saying? And it can't be fixed. Because he was like, I'm not, since she won't sleep with him, I'm not signing. I'm not going to sign. Well, don't sign. Don't. She just needs that money to get it, for the meal. She said, do it for Micah. And he was like, he don't even want me here. He don't, look, you thought you was finna come and get you some. It didn't happen. It didn't work out. She played you, which she did. And all of a sudden you realize that's what happened, or that's what was going on. And now you see she actually had moved on. She don't want you no more. So now you don't want to sign. But after she told him her feelings or whatever and walked off, he eventually signed because the dude Frank called her the next day, and Frank called her that night and told her the deal. No, the next day told her the deal was signed. He sure did. But honey, she shows up because she called Lena. She called Lena once. She talked to Davis, and once he told her he was still signing with New York. She called Lena. Lena was like, "Oh, you bluffing." I thought you were bluffing. She said, "I'm not bluffing. You silly girl. I'm not bluffing." She was like, "Well, whatever, because you can get sued." And she thinking she going to be able to sue her if she leaking or whatever. So she shows up at the strip club and she's talking to Felix, and she tell Felix he's gonna sign with the Stingers, and and tell New York, tell him you're not gonna sign without you're not gonna sign without without Davis. So basically she had them both on board, and they will be playing with the Stingers. Frank wired her the money, and Felix paid out $4 million, gave her $5 million too. So she basically had her money, honey. She did that thing, honey. Charlie is a businesswoman, and she will get dirty. She would definitely get dirty if she have to get dirty. She don't mind. So I guess that's a good thing and a bad thing. She don't mind getting dirty. And Ralph Angel finds a letter, and his dad actually willed him that whole property, that whole everything he left to Ralph Angel. So now, guys, we have to wonder what's going on. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, Calvin calls Nova, and he was in front of her house. They go outside, they share an embrace, they kiss, and he said he wanted to do it right this time, and he wants to take her out dinner and dancing. So they meet up, they go out dinner and dancing, right? They go out. So one of his partners, come up and how you doing, and how beautiful lady, and all this stuff, and when she said her name, he snatched his hand and was like, "That's the bee, that's trying to bring down a force." And he was talking back. That must be one sweet piece. And he went to reach and grab her up under her dress, and Calvin hit him, and him and Calvin was fighting, and baby, they had to break him up. Next thing you know, dude spit in Nova's face. Baby, I'd have been in prison today. Do you hear me? Not jail. I'd have been straight in prison, because he would have not been breathing ever again in life. He spit in her face. Oh my God, that's the total disrespect. When you spit in somebody's face, total disrespect. So now so they show her at home. How can you fix that? How? So I don't know how 2 is gonna end, guys, but